Allah Abha, everybody, or God bless, God is glorious. This is Teddy. This is the beginning. This is my audio visual representation of a very important book called Gate of the Heart Understanding the Writings of the Bab by Nader Saidi. Saidi. Here's an image of it. So this is what the book looks like. Yes, it's awesome. So I'm going to read the introduction. I think I already read the introduction. I don't want to reread it. Somebody else can reread the very beginning because I have a very poor version of it. But this book is about the Babi revelation. And the Bab, this mysterious man who began this new revelation for our age. A new revelation. Just give you a context. This is what you got the preface and the intro, the short chronological list of the Bab's writings, the interpretive revelation, divine chemistry of fire, water, air, and earth, remembrance, the gate and the dust, the structure of the Kaimul Asma, and interpretation. It's just three big parts: the metaphysics of the primal will and divine action. I mean, whoa. The sanctuary of the heart and the path of truth, or to truth. Whoa. The primal will as the unity of subject and object. Whoa. The stages of divine creative action. Bah. The epistle of justice and the root principles of religion. Whoa. The primal point in progressive revelation. I have to be careful, Worms. Resurrection and historical consciousness. History and the perspective of unity. Community and the primal unity. Ethics and laws in the Bayan and the law of the sword and the twin revelations. Dude. So, preface. This book is an introduction to the vast ocean of the writings of the Bab. So the writer explains how he came in contact with the Bab's writings after one of his friends, who is a fellow Baha'i, was killed, a martyr of Iran, one of the modern martyrs. And then our friend here, who wrote this book, came in contact with another book that was given to him personally, and it had the writing of his friends. It was his friends who had been martyred, and so this is, I think, an homage to his friends. So here we go. In the middle of the 19th century, the world of Shia Islam was in a state of fervent messianic expectation. Devout believers were awaiting the advent of the holy figure known as the 12th Imam, who had been in concealment for 1,000 years. According to the prophecies recorded in the traditions, when the hidden Imam reappeared, he would arise as the Qaim, to unleash jihad, holy war, on the forces of evil and unbelief, and would usher in the day of judgment and the resurrection. Pause. Side note: while in DC in the DC community of the Baha'i community of DC, I was told that there are two jihads of Muhammad's. And Muhammad had the jihad, which was the external struggle for the revelation to be brought to the world. And then there was a second jihad. So it was a lesser jihad, was with swords, which is basically to the right of the word to spread. So anything in the way of the word would be conquered. And then in terms of unification of the peoples. So then the second one was then the greater jihad, which was the jihad within. So interesting. So to unleash jihad, holy war, on the forces of evil and unbelief, and would usher in the day of judgment and the resurrection, right? So the Qaim would unleash holy war, and this is what people were waiting for. And then the day of judgment would appear and the resurrection, which Christians have been waiting for, as even the Muhammadans and people of Islam. So when, in 1844, a mild and refined 25-year-old merchant from Shiraz, Persia, declared that he was that promised figure of Islamic prophecy, it sent a shockwave through Persian society. His name was Sayyid Ali Muhammad Shirazi, and he took the title of Bab, the Gate. Response to the Bab and his teachings ranged from ecstatic embrace by those who became his followers, to hostile and violent rejection by the government and clerical hierarchy. Determined to extirpate the newborn religion, the authorities launched a campaign of brutal persecution against the Babis, culminating in the execution of the Bab himself before a firing squad in the public square of Tabriz on July 9th, 1850. Next paragraph. I'm going to make a pause.